accomplished kind of what we wanted to. Got a lot of guys getting healthy. Got a lot of work today with the younger guys. In addition, obviously, to a bunch of fundamental work, a bunch of work on understanding roles, whether that's in protection, whether that's defensively, where guys fit. So a good, productive 3 days here.
We have a players meeting a couple of weeks ago. Then after the last game, maybe a couple of players frustrated, say some things. What's the dynamic been like amongst your guys this week?
Yeah, the dynamic's fine. Those are two guys that they're speaking very emotionally after a game that they're frustrated. They're competitive guys, and you say things that aren't true. But there's absolutely no truth to the the degree of what was said. Certainly, absolutely, guys are frustrated, and that's fine. But that's again where you can't. Number one, you shouldn't say anything like that to begin with. When that's not true, it's emotional, all those things. But then our job again is to right the ship from an emotional standpoint, psychological standpoint, and just continuing to point out what's going on and why it's going on, and some of those things you want to do more of, some of those things you want to do less of.
You guys address those things with them when?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That's that happens. Yeah.
You talked about addressing a lot of those things in-house specifically this week. Have you noticed a change in their mindset or how this team has responded from a mental standpoint?
Have I noticed a what?
A change, a difference in like the team's mental standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, this week's a little bit different. We're having just a lot of met with a lot of guys, both individually and a few units, to just get the pulse. And again, that's where those things that were said aren't factually based. But again, at the same time, we have some real issues that we need to solve, and guys have had a good attitude. Guys have said the right things, and now it's a matter of doing that, particularly on Saturday.
What are some of those real issues that you guys need to focus on?
Well, offensively, we need experience, of guys continuing to improve, continuing to take care of the football. We had a couple, protection issues that's part of that. And in the last couple games, part of that was, driven by the opponent. Part of that was driven by us. And again, just kind of controlling everything we can control. And defensively, a little bit more significant of guys knowing exactly what to do. Part of that, again, is on us as coaches in whether that's the right guy in the right role, whether that's less. There's all the things you're factoring in.
Have you had a chance to talk to Rob Mullins this week?
I talked to him. I don't know what day it is right now. Thursday, I guess. Yeah, we talked after the game, and yeah, we talked.
Do you feel like you have the administration's support to see this thing through?
Sure, and again, that I feel like we have a ton of support, and the most support we have is the players, and we need to play better, and we'll shield them from all the negativity. I'll shield them from all the negativity, and their job is to come out with the attitude to get better and to improve. Nobody is happy. There's not one person in our organization that's happy with any result, and again, we have to be about fixing that.
What has Herbert's bye week been like, looking at film and preparing or getting the next step in his evolution?
He's a guy, kind of just needs to play. You saw some things that he did very well last week, and some things that were there for the taking that I think he'll take next time. But he had a very good week on the field, and as far as getting ahead to Cal and all that stuff, that's something we're kind of leaning into, and kind of addressing more of the internal things, all that stuff this week.
Do you like his mindset? I talked to a lot of his support group, and they said he was bummed that you guys lost, even though they were saying you did pretty well.
He's a competitive dude, and the team loves him, and you could see that immediately.
Anticipate guys like Jelks getting back after a bye week for the Cal game?
I don't know. Yeah, we're waiting on all those guys. Yeah.
You apologized after that loss to UW. I mean, losses, things that are happened. Why'd you feel the need after that one to?
Well, I apologize for the score, the outcome, and that's. I know what that means, and again, it's very frustrating for all of us. At the same time, our guys played hard. And that's where there's more issues than just X versus O, or whether again that's attitude, whether that's understanding the removing the doubt, the confidence that some guys are playing with, and that's on us. And I thought our fans were awesome in that game, even when the score was what it was. And yeah.
How would you grade the effort from the team last couple weeks?
The effort has been good. The effort has been good and sometimes great. And guys are playing hard on special teams. They're playing hard. For the most part, they're playing hard defensively. So that's where there's more to it than just playing hard. And we had a lot more issues with just playing hard in the first 2 games than we have in the last 2 games.
Do you feel like you guys have accomplished all that you wanted to during this bye week so far? Still a few more days left.
We'll find out. That has to pay a dividend that everybody can see. There's no stragglers as far as missing guys or guys. You know what I mean? Things that I think show up when issues would become bigger. So from that standpoint, that's been positive. But now we just need to continue and take care of it over the weekend.
Your struggles in stopping the run. Where's Ratu and Filio's status? And is he going to be regularly playing this season?
Ratu has medicaled. Ratu had to medically retire, so he's one of the, unfortunately, several guys that we've been without, and he had to medically retire.
Brady said there's actually good things. It's just hard to talk about them after the Washington game. What are some of the good things on defense, and how do you get more of that, more consistent?
Yeah, I think again it's a many-fold deal. It's getting in their heads a little bit and getting them to talk, which they did. As far as what guys understand, what they don't understand. As a coach, you have a tendency when things aren't great, or you maybe schematically you're trying to do something that's impossible, and you're trying to predict what's going to happen rather than just be sound and put guys in the best possible position. And there's probably a little bit of that going on where you're trying to call the perfect thing rather than just letting them go out and play. So it's all that interplay again of making sure everybody's on the same page, completely understands what they're doing. Sometimes that may involve a personnel change. Sometimes that may involve a schematic change. But again, some of the good things, they're playing hard, and there's been zero, negativity of that nature.
When you guys set out on the season, I imagine goal 1 is win the Pac-12 North or win a Pac-12 championship. Do you reassess with the team a goal of, all right, now let's make a bowl game or anything like that?
No, pretty much our only goal is to improve, and we always talk all the time about a relentless pursuit of better, and that's what we're doing. It's certainly not shown up on the scoreboard the last 4 weeks. If you look at that in that limited window, which has been frustrating again for all of us. But yeah, we don't. I know that's noise and again the external factors at play, and we address that, but we just try to again focus on what we're doing right now to take care of that down the road.
The word frustration getting thrown around a lot. How do you kind of change that or turn that into positive things?
Yeah, you have to fuel our fire of positivity. There's not a lot of positive things going on, whether it's here or around the country. It's comical of whoever. Mark D'Antonio is all of a sudden a horrible football coach. That's just impossible. And it's just fighting that negative momentum and stopping it from starting or occurring, and controlling again what we can control, which is our preparation, our attitude about our preparation, and forging ahead.
Do you feel like all it might take is just one win to get everything back on track?
No, I hope we don't think that way. I mean, it's there's that old inappropriate, probably politically incorrect cancer, about cancer and winning, but we need to control what we can control, and we need to play to our capability. Part of that again is 100% on us. Part of that is everybody else just buying in totally to every single aspect.
What's preventing some of your freshman linebackers from playing more? You've rotated a lot of guys at that position, but maybe like Lamar or Keith haven't played all that much.
Yeah, Keith played quite a bit in this last game, and that's another example of that position was one where we had the majority of the errors. And again, that's where you have to look at that as a coaching staff, and are we doing too much? Are we not? Do we have the right guy at each position? All those kind of just the chemical reactions that take place in there. Part of that we're looking at younger guys, part of that different scheme. So yeah.
You say you guys ignore the outside noise, but at the same time you do address kind of that. What's that process like of addressing the team on what exactly?
Well, again, we know that the noise is there, and whether that's people telling you, last year, the year before, 10 years ago, you're the greatest player ever, that's not true, and you're the worst player ever, that's not true either. And again, if you come with just that relentless pursuit of improvement every single day, we'll like the result in the long run.